Hello and welcome to this little video where we're going to talk some big news for film buffs in Denmark. It was just announced that we're going to get an IMAX theater.
Finally
in Denmark. We sort of have one, but it's not really, and it's only for like education purposes. But now we're getting a full IMAX theater, and I'm Nick, joined by Christian from Quilster. Check out the link in the description. But yeah, so this was just announced a couple of days ago, and we're gonna have it ready in a month for when Avengers
in the north.
So we're getting Avengers already March 23rd, I think it is, a week before the US, and it'll be ready for that. So that will be the first film they show in there.
Yeah.
So
that's a good PR stunt.
I think they're gonna get so many views from that. But so. This is big. Why is it big? What is it about IMAX that is awesome?
I think that IMAX got this PR thing going on, which is very great, but also just that they are using some different techniques. They got this curved.
They use. I don't know if that's like something you need to have.
No, it's
but
not.
Generally it is. Yeah, we have it in I think the best cinema in Denmark is Imperial, where that's curved as well, which I think matters a lot.
It matters a lot when it comes to 3D. I think because you get more surrounded of the movie. And
I think also just in. Maybe not as much in the middle. I think if you have big screens, I'm not sure about the TV thing, but for cinema, and especially if you're not sitting in the middle, I feel like the seats not perfectly in the middle are way better when it's curved.
Yeah, when it's curved,
But so you've never seen an IMAX film, right?
Never, and I'm ashamed of that.
Yeah, but now, so that's the thing. Unless you travel, you're not going to have the chance in Denmark. We're going to get the chance now and sort of experience that. I've tried it once or twice in the US, and it is, I think, quite an experience. I think it's the same thing with going to the cinema here. Like, do I need to see it in the cinema?
Yeah.
That sort of experience is enhanced by IMAX. I watched Super 8, which I thought was awesome. And it is, I can imagine watching, like, superhero films or something where you have a big screen, you sort of get it more in your face because it's so big, so large, that it is... You know, big screen, it is big sound that sort of enhances some of those experiences.
Yeah, definitely.
You read up, like, just a tiny bit on it.
I read up that in Denmark we had some films, I think it was James Bond Skyfall, and we actually lost I think it was 26% of the movie.
Yeah, so apparently there are a couple of films that we had screened here. I think it was only once or twice. They screened the IMAX film, but because the screen wasn't big enough, they just cropped which is weird.
But recorded only on IMAX.
Yeah,
and because of that, we couldn't get the format.
No. That actually reminds me. I do remember that happening too. I'm pretty sure that was there with the Dark Knight. Those few scenes. Right, because I actually think that
in when I'm actually
because the way, for people who don't know. Films are usually in 16:9, like most TVs, or CinemaScope, which is wider. That's when you have the black bars.
Yeah,
IMAX format is a larger film, like a piece of film, but it also makes the picture not as wide. It's more like the old 4:3 format in format. So in the cinema, the screen will feel like taller.
Yeah.
So what has happened with some of these screenings is that if you can't show, like, the screen is not big enough, so we just crop the top. I will say, like, losing that part is not as important. But I'm like, have we lost part? That's really shitty. But I will say it's like if you watch a film filmed in CinemaScope and you lose, like, the last 2% of the side. I mean, it's not like you lost the middle part.
No, but we actually did that when we saw Focus. And you didn't notice.
Oh yeah,
when we came out,
it was 16:9.
Yeah, and that was kind of weird to me.
I noticed the film today was 16:9. That I just watched the Danish film 9th of April, and then I thought about it. And there's, like, black bars on the side. I think it depends on the cinema.
Yeah,
how it's done, but
I think it's
because the screen is CinemaScope.
Yeah.
And then you'll have black bars on the sides if it's 16:9. Some cinemas will have a screen that's 16:9, and then you will have black bars on top or bottom when it's CinemaScope.
That's right. But I just call them the Windows Movie Maker bars because they are so ugly.
Because to make it sound as shitty as it is.
Exactly. And whenever you're on YouTube, there are some people who are editing in Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah. But do they have black bars on the side then?
I think in the old version it got. I think that they kind of updated the program or something like that. But when I was a kid, I actually edited movie in Movie Maker, and I also got these.
Yeah, I think you couldn't avoid it. But I think it's funny because I think CinemaScope, I want the black. I don't mind the black. I like CinemaScope. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the subject. We're getting an IMAX theater. I don't know, but why do you think this is? Is this just for us, or is this going to be a big thing for like the normal? I think the normies.
I think that it might be a big thing to the nerds.
Yeah.
And the movie enthusiasts.
Yeah.
At the beginning. But I think whenever they are talking about movies and say, "Oh, I just watched it on IMAX," normal people would be like, "What is IMAX?" And they want to try it themselves, so they can say, "I think IMAX was greater than the normal movie I used to watch." But I think,
but it's probably for films like Avengers, Star Wars is coming out.
Yeah,
the big next Transformers film is probably going to be good to watch on that.
Yeah, I think.
I have thought about it a little bit, and my thought is we're in a time now where we're beginning to get films some same time released, on demand, at least faster, and the cinemas are in some cases, they're a little bit under pressure. Yeah. And I think this is one way of giving a reason to go to the cinema.
That's right.
Because when we go to the cinema, and we've talked about sometimes, there's a cinema here called Palace, which has like 20, 25 screens.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but the smallest ones are like a big TV.
Yeah,
exactly. It feels that way. And you pay basically the same price for that as the big screen.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go watch a film there because then I don't get the cinema experience.
Exactly.
Where if you get a different experience, if you get a huge screen, I think Atmos we have in the cinema here is a huge thing. That's a reason to pay money to go see it in the cinema and get a different experience.
Yeah.
Where if it's smaller screens, it doesn't really matter. So I think this is a smart move by Cinemax, who's the ones doing it, to give people a reason to experience. And they hype it a little bit now, and if people get that, this is why I pay money to go to the cinema.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that some companies are actually under pressure right now. I went to a store and I just bought a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 35 kronas or something.
Oh, that's really cheap.
And I said,
so that's like $6 or 3.5 pounds or something like that.
So I said, this is very cheap.
Yeah.
How come? And he said, "Oh, we got something on, and we just wanted them to be sold out."
Yeah, the thing is, they maybe have a lot of them, and they need to sell them so they don't have like 1 million on the shelves.
Yeah, but then I asked him, "Does it also have something to do with Netflix and other on demand?" And he said, "Yeah, we can't avoid it, so we maybe gonna lower our prices a little bit." And
I mean, they need to do that. I've pretty much stopped buying Blu-rays. And I was a big DVD guy. I'm still gonna buy like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and like the films I love. Yeah. And especially if it's worth having, the better quality that's still there on a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But like most films, I am a guy who wanted like proper setup and everything. Yeah. And now I'm just gonna stream it on Netflix or rent it on iTunes or something. And that is the way it's going. So they need to. They need to do something to get people in.
Because they need to do something new in the cinemas, and I also think that they are actually making a new cinema, also in Denmark, and I haven't been there because it's not done yet. But they said that
is it the one in Fields?
Yeah, exactly. And they said that it would be a bit more exclusive, and they were actually. Getting people to buy the tickets because they said that it is a little more exclusive. We can't say what it is, and it's like a secret.
Okay. I've actually heard maybe it's something similar. Cinemax in Aarhus is apparently running a test where one of their screens, one of their rooms is a new kind of thing where it's way bigger seats. I think you have tables.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could have served food, but it's something like that sort of idea where that. There's a sort of a need to what are we going to do about the experiences in the cinema? What is it that the cinema owners, how are they going to get us to spend that money for a ticket to see it there? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Have you seen IMAX? Do you think it's worth paying for? Is it a big thing for us in Denmark that we're getting this, or doesn't it matter? So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining, Christian.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I'll see you in the next video.